Finding a purpose is a big deal. I've been self-employed almost my adult life. I've been very blessed in business. Not a bajillionaire, but blessed. I want to talk about money with you guys. I really do. We're living in a world where people are second guessing so many things for all the stupidest reasons. But in the world we live in, people are getting tighter on the things where they should be risking. And look, I'm not going to lie. This might fail. You might be out $2,000. There's no way around it. And I would be a liar if I didn't acknowledge that. So here I am acknowledging it. There's no way. But we're spending $2,000 on all kinds of crap. If you have a chance to give your life a step up, and yes, it's going to take the time, okay? You have to learn a lot, and it's getting even more complex in today's world. The brokers are just a mess. But if you can figure this stuff out, is it worth a chance to do that? And this is on the low scale. So if you have a 200K account, okay? If you have more than one account, okay? One of the prop firms are giving you a free challenge after you pass the first one.
Oh yeah. I'm all over that one. I'm about to get another one.
So the opportunities are endless. This is on a bigger scale. Maybe you just do it on a 25K account. Okay. There are no guarantees. Please withdraw. Please at least get close to break even first. So your first goal is break even. Okay. Once you're break even, your next goal is to mitigate risk. So most people think break even and then grow. It's not. The reason why I finally had some success in terms of trading in bots and stuff is not because they're better or worse or I'm smarter or none of that stuff. The reason why it's working is because I get to break even and then I mitigate risk. Okay. I low it. So first I make sure I'm good and then I lower everything to make sure I'm safe and then I can just print money. Cause that's an awesome way to be. Sorry for see, I told you guys I'm a genius. I'm like Einstein. You see my messy handwriting? Could have been a doctor. Just something to think about, guys. I'm not going to fib to you. There's 1,000 ways to fail in this industry. You've got broker drama, you've got the market, you've got margin, you've got liquidity provider, you've got news, you've got Obama or Trump or whoever says something. Okay. No idea. There's so many things. You've got an election this year. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong. Okay. A lot, but you only need one for it to go right. You only need a little bit to go right to make it work. So there's big chances of failure here. No way around it. Prop firms can disappear, MT4 disappear, drama, nonsense, internet. So this is real talk. I have no promises or guarantees to sell you. I don't have a bridge in Brooklyn. I'm just saying if we can collectively find the strength to figure it out, and it's a pain because they're all being butt heads right now. The brokers are sucky. If we can figure it out, it's worth a shot. So, and I'm not a big
Hey,
fan of prop firms, but
hey, Jenny, these numbers are for the broker, correct?
these numbers are for props. No, here.
Oh, okay.
So this is for props. Let's talk about a personal account. So let's talk personal. So I'm going to do 5K and I'm going to mitigate the risk in half. Okay. So remember right now at 0.1 per 1K, we're averaging, we said 80%. I'm going to cut that down to 70%. Okay. So 70%. And right now the highest anybody has seen is 6. I think I've seen 5, but so plus 70, we're going to round it up to 10%. Okay. Just we're being conservative. We're lowering this and increasing this. So 5K, if we're cutting that in half, okay. So what is that? That means we're doing half as big of a lot size. That's 35% growth. Okay. In a month, you guys, in a month. And there's less fees involved in this, but 35% growth with a 5% drawdown. Okay. If you're using half the lot size. So this is plus, this is minus with all the fees. So you don't have the challenge, but you do need STT. You don't need Traders Connect. You do need the US 30 membership, right? So that's we'll say 500, okay, is what this costs. Plus time. Well, okay, plus knowledge. You're going to have to get that knowledge, okay? Costs you about $500 and some time and knowledge. 5K at a month, 35% growth, okay? That's 1,700 the first month. And because we're starting at half as much, okay, we don't have to necessarily mitigate the same risk. So within the next month, 35%, so that's 1,750 plus 5K times 35%. The next month, your gain. So this is month 1. This is month 2. The next month, your gain. This is doing half as much. I'm just trying to show I'm being conservative intentionally. Okay. That's how much you made in a month, 2,362. You're bordering, literally income level. So that plus your 1,750 plus your 5,000, and these are rough numbers, bear with me, times 35%. Your third month, you have made $3,119. Okay. And now from here, you've already doubled your money, right? So you've doubled what your initial investment was. You don't have a lot of risk. Again, there are no guarantees. A lot can go wrong, but now you can obviously withdraw, or you can withdraw in here too. But withdraw and cut your risk in half, or buy a challenge, do whatever you want to do. This is literally income level. That's small income. I mean, you're not going to live in New York or California, but
Well,
that's
so, or once your amount of money gets to a point that you want to just live on that, you can start to withdraw that amount. Like on under number three, if you can live on $3,000 a month extra or whatever you want to do to step yourself up, you can stop at that level and then trade your equity, leave your equity flat, and just take out that amount per month.
that. I would go a step further is like once I'm hitting the level that I find like, hey, this handles my monthly bills, right? Or this handles 50% of my monthly bills. Let's be conservative and then grow first. I would have that extra month and cut my risk in half. Okay. So always, always, always work to mitigate your risk. Because now, am I making less per month? Sure. But I'm also making less per month in an environment that I have 0% stress, like zero. And this is where I usually sit is I don't need to go make 50%. But this is where I try to stay at personally is I just want a safe amount of money that for the most part I can, live pretty comfortably. You don't have to be a bajillionaire. Just that's it. That's it. Get
Yeah,
to the
and before you start thinking that I want to get to a point where I don't need to work anymore, think about what it actually means to not work anymore. A lot of people who choose to stop working start to lose any sense of meaning in their lives.
very
So
true.
think carefully about that. And if you start to think, well, I'm trading, but if you're doing this, you're not really quite trading. And so the temptation is going to be to jump in and mess everything up.
That's a problem right there. Scott just said that really well. So two things, and then we will for real jump off. Finding a purpose is a big deal. I've been self-employed and reasonably, you know, doing well most of my adult life. I've been very blessed in business. Not a bajillionaire, but blessed. Okay. Not having something to do, it's aimless. It's especially if you're busy minded. But either way, it drives you nuts. It declines your health. There's no challenge. There's no purpose. There's no calling. There's nothing. So huge purpose point there. Please
Yeah, and
think
you consider taking your vacation on the beach or whatever your dream is. You go take a vacation after 2 weeks sitting on the beach, you start to get ready to go home.
like, okay, what's next? That was fun for a day.
I
Nice.
got a year bachelor.
Jenny, can I add this too? Because just from this perspective, guys, remember that I lived over in the Middle East for like 4 years, right? And I can say when the Sheikh found the oil money, like he did really, really well for his people. Like they are taken care of. They are so taken care of. But what I noticed was an emptiness, especially when I would go through Dubai. You saw a lot of wealthy people, and I could sense that it was the lack of purpose, and it leaves you empty. So what Scott and Jenny just said is so powerful. So I remember someone asked me this question many years ago, but like whatever your significant amount of money was, like let's say somebody dropped $5 million in your account today, like what would you do thereafter? Just like Scott was saying, because purpose is so important, and I like to talk about that. I'm not going to go into it today, but I would say if you're not sure what it is, think about what you were passionate about when you were a kid, because a lot of times it's that. So
That's awesome. Hey, wait, but Scott said one more thing that I don't think we talk about. When remember, you can withdraw 50% of the growth here. Just start paying yourself 50% growth here. Like you got options. But I wanted to insert that real quick. Listen, when you get to the point where you're like, wait, this is replacing my monthly, whatever. I've got 6 months, in the bank, and now I'm going to walk away from my job. This is usually the big point where you do something subconsciously or not, or dumb, but not or dumb. It is dumb. It's subconscious, like, it's self-sabotage, it's weird. It's such a psychological phenomenon, and that's why I'm a big advocate of all those books we mentioned last week, is when you get so comfortable here, it does something to your psyche. I mean, you wake up to 5, 6, 7, 8 accounts that just kind of magically made 200, 100, 500, 1,000, and you're like, "Wait a minute, is this there's something in you that shifts, and you usually do something stupid to mess it up or increase your monthly bills, or there's so many ways to mess up this point in your life that you've got to be prepared for this mentally and emotionally before you walk away from that job. Purpose is a big part of it too, but there's other factors that you walked away from your job. And let's say you did it smart. You have 6 months in the bank. Most of your bills are covered. Your house is paid off or whatever. You're at that age in life where you're totally fine. So you made the right decisions. But something happens in this period where it's like a midlife crisis. You buy the car that has $1,000 payment, or you made a really dumb trading account decisions, and now 3 of your 4 accounts are gone. Something happens right here that messes people up so catastrophically. Please plan for this. Please plan and know that this is coming as you hit certain levels, and you've got to mitigate that as well. You've got to plan for this, which means kind of like when you're raising teenagers, you tell them, "Hey, look, this is that frontal lobe brain not working so well." And we agreed that I was going to remind you that this is not the path you want to go on, right? You got to have something in here to keep you in check, because this is going to check you quick.
And one other thing, and that is that, you know, this whole thing down here is relying on somebody else.
Yes.
And that somebody else could choose to not do this anymore, or the system that you're relying on that is working might stop working in certain market conditions. There's all sorts of things that can happen. And so if you have this going for you, take it as a gift. It'll give you some time to learn how to do this on your own.
That's a good point too. Like I said earlier on, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So that's why I'm a big advocate. You make your money, go angel invest. Cody, whatever her name is on YouTube, she does a lot about, alternative businesses. Go buy a few businesses, right? Go get a few rental properties before you go and quit your job. Because then you only need this to perform at 10%, right? Or you only need like 10% of the level of skill to make that much money. You don't need much, honestly, you don't. Because you've got 3 rental properties that are all cash flowing, maybe $500 or $700 a month. You've got one the boring business. You've got a car wash or whatever, and you've got trading, and you've got the US 30 and the 6-figure trading stuff, and you've got a prop firm. Now you've got all these streams that it's okay if some of these month net negative sometimes, or like if you lost one, you're still not going to lose your life.
Yeah,
Right?
just don't put them all in the same hurricane zone.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very, very true. But those are all great points. You got to plan for X, you guys. Even myself, I still run into X points in my life, and they're different and they're weird because they're never what and how and who you think they're gonna be, and then you have to check your own emotional and mental space to say, wait, what is this? Where is this emanating from? How can I, fact check myself? How can I fact check my feelings, my things that are happening? Because it's a lot. A long time ago, we talked about I want to help people be able to live whatever pulls on their heartstrings, because we all have something. And maybe it's biblical, maybe it's God, maybe it's not. You never know. It doesn't make you a bad person if your purpose is to do other things than, quote, donating or whatever. You can make an impact in this world in so many ways. It's kind of a beautiful thing if you think about it. But each one of us has something that pulls on our heartstrings that maybe we are called or designed to do in a way that maybe life, connections, money, time has not afforded us to be able to do. And that would be my purpose, is to help people live their purpose, is to help people live whatever pulls on their heartstrings. So for some of you guys, it might be the orphans. It might be, the widows, homeless. I'm thinking of the word that's like more environmental, the oceans, the whales, all the things in between. Those are all feel good causes. But some of you guys haven't got a chance to go be part of a certain industry, but because of money or time, you weren't able to do that. And you never know, like, the person you're supposed to meet there or the impact you're supposed to make. Like, the reason that's on your heart, you never know the butterfly effect level it could bring in your life. And I think that's the most beautiful thing. That's what I think is beautiful.